Varicose veins, also spider veins, all the different things that you can see on the legs. Let's go over the cause and solution. Number one thing, when you look at this, it's not a problem. It's an alarm telling you there's a problem. Now, one of the operations that they'll do is they'll actually take the greater saphenous vein, the big main vein that comes out of here, and they'll remove it to do bypass surgeries. So a lot of people that have had some of these veins removed, it's a problem. Then in the surgical, where they strip the veins, they literally go in and pull out the old veins. But what's the problem? Well, number one, let's look at the muscles. The muscle on the back of the legs got 3 muscles in it. That's why it's called the Achilles tendon down here, but it's also called the triceps array. You get the left and right gastrocs, but in the middle of the muscle, the soleus muscle is called a soleus pump. So if this deep vein isn't working correctly, that means if you can't dorsiflex the foot, and when we talk about the foot on a block stretch, does that help varicose veins? Absolutely it will, because you're getting more of that motion of the foot. But if you have varicose veins, does it mean you're producing healthy tissue or unhealthy tissue? Unhealthy tissue. So if you see a flattening in the foot, a flattening in the arch, that means that the foot won't work correctly. If we're seeing any type of spider veins or anything else, there's something else going on. So when we look at the other things, number one, you got to check the lumbar, pelvis, and foot biomechanics. Because even though you're going to have the varicose veins or the spider veins, you've got to look at the nerves that supply that pump, because blood can stagnate. When you're just standing there and your legs are locked in position, okay, the blood can pool on the bottom. This is why they tell soldiers to never stand at attention with their legs locked. They say have them bend a little bit so you're always moving a tiny bit to help that blood flow back. That's why the pump's in the back of the leg. So when you have varicose veins, you got to look at the lumbar, pelvis, and foot biomechanics and nerve supply. You got to restore the calf functions for sure. But what about the nutrients? Okay, we got to clean up the blood, because when you're looking at spider veins, varicose veins, it means the body's producing unhealthy tissue. And if the deep veins aren't working, then the veins on the surface got to be used twice as much. And that's where the varicose veins come from. So cleaning up the blood, does that mean healthy amounts of like vitamin C, vitamin D, juicing, blending, all the stuff we talk about? And then we also talk about restoring the foot biomechanics. Now, why is that important? Because this is why when people have pain, they're not walking correctly. Their gait is going to be off. And when you see people walking where they're throwing their hips out side to side, or they're shifting their weight side to side, you know that's a balance and brain issue. So the lack of motion, of the correct motion of that calf and foot, is going to be an alarm to some other issue. So checking the lumbar, that means the nerve supply, restoring the calf function, because you can't restore the calf function if you got crappy nerve supply. The foot biomechanics are huge. This is why you're going to see a lot of people with varicose veins are going to have flattening in the feet, bunion formation. And again, it's just an alarm telling you that something's not right. And cleaning up the blood. Know that your blood is brand new every 120 days. So this means the right nutrients, the juicing, the blending, all the stuff we talk about. Okay, the vitamins, the basic vitamin C, omega-3s, plant-based mineral supplement, iodine, D3 and K2, unless you get outside. So very, very basic stuff to get the blood healthy. And then walk. Walking is the best exercise ever. Now, you don't need to walk about 12 to 14 kilometers like I did on Saturday. Okay, I think it was around 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, I know. Thank you. Oh my God, you build a human this tall, they're cute. Okay, so walking is the best exercise, but if you're walking on uneven ground, it's even better. So, or if you can run like that when you're this high, you just want to run everywhere because it's fun. And then gas pedal to feet. This is something that when you're on a plane driving, you're going to the beach next time or the mountains next time or next trip. I think you guys are going to Japan skiing. Okay, so when you're in the plane for 5 hours, you're gas pedaling your feet, one up, one down. So, and you do it as cross crawl, one up, one down, where you're sitting in the chair. If you're at the office or the desk, if you're bike ride or, you know, in the car, anything, gas pedal to feet. And that'll get the pump working. Because when this pump is working, everything else is working. So the varicose veins, the spider veins, are a clue to tissue production. It's not a problem. And that's why I've got such low respect levels for the surgeons that go in there and remove the vein, but they don't restore the normal biomechanics. They'll remove the veins, okay, without looking at the health of the blood or the lumbar or the pelvis. Just know that those varicose veins are a clue to a problem, not the real problem. Okay, does that make sense? Clean the blood, restore the mechanics, and everything gets better. Anything you do to the body, if it helps your body produce healthy cells and eliminate waste products, probably good. Anything you do to the body that weakens the tissue, probably not good. Any questions about this? Okay, kapum krap. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am. It's always going to come with a loss of dorsiflexion of the foot and digestion. This is where you're going to get spider veins like all over people's faces. On the legs, it really shows up a lot, okay, because it means the body's not producing healthy cells. So people with that, do they sleep good or bad? How many bowel movements a day? Do they get 3 healthy bowel movements a day or 1 if they're lucky? 1 if they're lucky. There you go. It's just tissue production. So all of those are never a problem. They're an alarm telling you there's a problem. Oh, how soon will they go away? When you look at this, the skin is brand new about every 28 days, but that's the surface skin. So look at about 1.5 to 2 months. As long as you're addressing the juicing, the blending, you're pre-digesting the food, you've changed the sleep patterns, and you're doing all the exercises. Because I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but there's 3 stressors. I know you're smiling because I have mentioned it every time. If you're addressing the physical, chemical, and emotional stressors, then your body has the best chance to regenerate. So if you're doing that, 4 weeks. If you're not doing it, 8 weeks. But also, when you're looking at the exercises, okay, the foot on a block stretch, that's for sure going to help this. But I get confused. That foam block when you're sitting, 20 minutes in, 10 minutes out, will that help this too? Absolutely it will. It restores the nerve supply to it. Okay, and then if you're doing the neck exercise, does that help this too? Yeah, it changes that parasympathetic, the rest, digest, and repair. So every exercise that we give you, they're to adapt to what your body is being put through in modern society. We're not designed to live in chairs. We're not designed to be propelled down a roadway, you know, as fast starting and stopping as we are. And we're not designed to sit behind a desk or a computer. We're designed to move every day. And so restoring that natural, normal movement, then you got natural, normal physiology or normal tissue production. Make sense? Okay. Kapum krap. Thank you very much.